How do big tech companies contribute to open source? Imagine a world where the software we use every day is built not just by individual developers but by huge teams working together across the globe. That's what open source software is all about. Big tech companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, and Apple are major players in this scene. They don't just use open source, they actively help shape it. Their contributions include sharing their own code, hosting platforms for collaboration, buying smaller open source companies, and blending open source parts into their own products. This mix of activities impacts how software and artificial intelligence are developed, especially when it comes to legal rules around intellectual property. Open source software is code that anyone can see, change, and share. Companies releases their projects under licenses that specify what others can do with the code. For example, some licenses allow almost any use, while others requiring that if you modify the code, you also share your changes. Big tech firms contribute by releasing their own projects under these licenses. For instance, Microsoft has released thousands of open source projects, including the popular Visual Studio Code Editor and the Net framework. Google has shared tools like TensorFlow, a library for machine learning, and Meta has contributed PyTorch, another widely used AI library. These projects are free for anyone to use and modify, which speeds up innovation in artificial intelligence and software development. Big companies also host and manage platforms that make open source collaboration easier. Microsoft owns GitHub, the largest platform for sharing and working on open source code. This gives Microsoft a lot of influence over how open source projects grow and evolve. Google offers similar platforms and resources, helping developers worldwide work together smoothly. These platforms allow developers to share code, report issues, and improve projects, making open source more accessible and organized. Sometimes, big tech firms buy smaller companies that have strong open source projects. For example, IBM bought Red Hat, a company famous for its open source Linux operating system. This kind of acquisition can influence how open source projects are governed and licensed. It can also bring new resources and support to these projects, but it may also change the way they are managed or licensed. Another way big companies contribute is by integrating open source software into their own products. Many modern applications, especially those involving artificial intelligence, include dozens of open source components. These components are combined with proprietary code to create powerful tools and services. This hybrid approach can raise questions about licensing compliance. For example, if a company uses software licensed under the general public license, it might be required to release parts of its own code publicly. Managing these licenses carefully is essential to avoid legal issues. From a legal perspective, open source contributions help accelerate innovation because researchers and developers can build on each other's work. However, companies need to be careful about license rules. Some licenses requiring that, if you modify the code, you must also share your changes. Failing to do so can lead to legal disputes. Companies also use open source to shape industry standards and attract talented developers. But they must balance sharing with protecting their own proprietary innovations, especially in competitive fields like artificial intelligence. Using open source software in commercial products can save time and money, but legal teams need to track all open source components, give proper credit, and follow license rules. For example, if a project is licensed under the new general public license, the company might need to release its own code if it uses that software. This makes managing open source licenses a key part of legal strategy in tech companies. In the end, big tech companies play a vital role in open source. They help create new tools, support collaboration, and influence how software is shared and used. While this boosts innovation, it also brings legal challenges related to intellectual property and licensing. Companies must carefully manage their open source activities to enjoy the benefits while avoiding legal pitfalls.